All right. How I found out that my mom didn't like my wife. And no, it wasn't simply because I asked. Although I asked as like a final thing, you know what I'm saying? Um when I was a kid, marriage was always the topic. So, for growing up, that was the goal, to be a husband, to get married, and to take care of a family and raise them to be God-fearing people. You know what I'm saying? Which is all well and good. That's still the plan. But my mom always told me, she said, I want you to marry a good Christian girl. But it's a plus if she's black. All right, mom, I got you. So I went out there and I found me a Christian black woman and I got hitched. You know what I'm sizzling? And she was a virgin on top of that. So, like, that's extra wild. That's a damn near unicorn. You know what I'm saying? So I found me my unicorn and we got married. Now, the deal was between me and my mom that if I married a woman that my mom approved of, my mom would give her the recipe to the peach cobbler. And everybody with a black mama know that if mama got that one recipe that she's saving to give to her daughter-in-law, that recipe is almost always gonna hit. And you got to have it. It's gonna be on your mind because that's that thing, you know what I'm saying? That food. So I knew that I had the recipe for this peach cobbler on lock because I found me a unicorn. Well, I don't know why, but apparently my unicorn does not measure up to what my mother thinks a unicorn should actually be. So, my mom, long story short, my mom never gave my wife the recipe for the peach cobbler. How long did I wait? I'll tell you how long my dumbass waited. I waited almost 8 years. After almost 8 years of not getting this recipe, I went home and visited home 3 times, and I think only 2 of those 3 times there was peach cobbler. So, it's been over 5 years since I've had peach cobbler that my mom made. It's been 8 years since I've been married to this woman. It's been 11 years since me and this woman have been together. And she has never given my wife, or my girlfriend at the time, although the agreement was for a wife, so she never gave my wife the recipe. And never kept her part of the deal up. And then that's when it dawned on me. I said, maybe she's holding out because she don't like my wife. So then my mom popped up on me, and that's an entirely different story because my mom lives in Michigan and I lived and worked in Alabama, and she just popped up on me. I don't know how that happened, but she popped up on me, and I asked my mom point blank. I asked her, I said, so do you guys just not like my wife? Like, she's not in the family text that we've maintained for the last 8 years. And she hasn't gotten the peach cobbler recipe. So, do you just not like her? Now, granted that I didn't talk about the peach cobbler recipe because I didn't want to upset my mother at the time. But I did have to state facts, so that's why I said she's not in, like, the text or anything, you know. So, what's up? And my mom said no. None of us like her. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why, because my wife has been probably one of the singular decisions that has really helped me not lose my mind and keep me alive, because I've done some dumb stuff all by my lonesome. So my wife is honestly a saving grace, and her family, absolutely fantastic. My in-laws are some of the greatest in-laws anybody could ever have and not exist in a movie. Like, yeah, we all get on our nerves. We're all in each other's nerves in some way, shape, or form. That's what family does. But my in-laws are absolutely fantastic. They are so supportive, and it's awesome. It is absolutely fantastic. My father-in-law is my accountability partner, if you didn't know that. I've said it once before, but, like, they're solid. They are some of the greatest in-laws anybody could ever have. So, with that as my support, and with my wife being the awesome woman that she is, with the product being that I am alive and healthy and sane, I don't know what there is not to like. And more importantly, why, if you didn't like her, would you be so petty as to just withhold the recipe and not just say you didn't like her? You waited 8 years to just say that, and then decisions had to be made. I cut my family off because I had to choose between my wife and my family, and I built a life with this woman for the last 8 years. This is my woman. I I'm not letting that go. So I had to cut my family off. And this is a little bit of a long diatribe, but the reason that I am the black sheep of the family is because when we did start talking, it was because I dropped a video on YouTube about the fact that I had eloped, and I had gotten married a year earlier than my parents actually thought. So that means that I had gotten married, and then a year later, on my year anniversary, I had staged another wedding just so that they could be a part of it and feel like there was only one and they were there from the very start. And then I dropped the video that said, you guys are like a year behind. And that was only because I had accepted my black sheep status at that point. And the fact of it had been 2 years and nobody talked to me. And I figured, well, if I'm going to tell this story, then maybe I should make it interesting for myself. So that's what happened. And if you were interested in that video, it is actually on my YouTube, which I started a while ago, and I've been trying the social media thing for a minute. So yeah, anyhow, this video is super long, and it wasn't supposed to be, but I thank you for watching and sticking around. I'm just telling you a little bit about myself. And yes, I am 17 viewers away from 1,000. So I guess I'm going live this weekend, and we will definitely talk more about all of this interesting, fun stuff. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. It's Wednesday. We wear pink on Wednesday. Find something pink, have some fun, rock it with me. You know what I'm saying, nephew, nieces? I see y'all out there too. Love y'all. I'm out of here.